How you doing, my brother? Can you hear me? How's it going? Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. There we go. There we
There we
go.
go.
We got Ball Zone, homegrown DJ M's one in the motherfucking building right now, brother.
What's
Man,
up? What's
thank you
up?
so much for taking the time out of your day to
Yeah,
be
no
here, my
problem.
brother.
Thank you for the invite, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this guy's like family, man. You know, been here for knowing you for so many years, and you've been putting in work for over 26 years, man. I would say about 26 years in this game, right?
Just
And you can
about,
tell
yeah, a
that
bit
by
over.
your name in itself, brother. DJ M's one, brother. DJ M's
Yeah.
one. That's like the elements of, you know, hip hop in itself, brother. You
Yeah.
got KRS one, brother. Then you got DJ M's one. The
Yeah.
elements, graffiti, breakdance, hip hop, and music, brother. Turntablism, brother.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you know Mr. M's one, but if you're going to Duran Customz, if you're going to my YouTube, that mix that you did is right up there. So when people click onto that, your mix of my music comes up there, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
That was
man, it's
like a
just like that
test we did
yeah, it was like
and
a test. And you know
did it
what?
in the room.
Yeah, hey bro. But what you told me, just kind of like I've never thought of it the way that a DJ thinks of it. When you said, "Hey, I had to re-loop it and make sure it was on point," you know that all everything was. I was like, "Whoa, man!" Just threw me for a whole nother. You don't know, well, me not knowing the steps it takes to be a DJ, dude. A lot of people think it's just the music, but you have to know the music. And you were saying the claps where it's a one, two, three,
Right.
going with the
The
beat and everything,
standard
mixing it
bar.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
standard
there you go.
bars. Yeah.
Man, dude, you just blow my. It's an instrument, brother. It's an
Yeah, a little bit.
instrument.
It takes music, a little bit of music knowledge, not too much, but your standard music, learning beats per minute, learning your bars and and your hi hats and all that. When what
Oh
comes in,
man,
how long and stuff
yeah.
like that. Your measures and stuff,
Hey,
but just
just the
basic, very
average,
basic stuff.
just the average Joe can't do that, brother. I
No,
wish
not
I want
really.
to still learn, brother. I'm gonna take a little shot in your honor, brother.
Oh man,
I,
yeah, go ahead, man.
I wish you were
By all
here, man.
means.
I got the good fellas cup.
Washa. All right, there you go.
From the I was looking for my shot glass, but my I think my fucking son he took it, brother. I don't know. I
Right,
can't
right.
find it, brother.
There you go, man. That's for Joe Panay, man. OG, old
Oh,
school
gee,
at
Joe
Bowen Park.
Fanai, brother.
Joe
Man, but
Panay
you know
right
what?
there.
Joe Fanai, yeah, rest in peace, my brother. So Mo and brother, I
Yeah.
remember when you guys used to ball, bro. Both of you guys going head to head at
Yeah.
Holland, man.
He was my main competition playing back and forth basketball, man. Like he made me want to be better. I was just a little chunky kid, and watching him play, I was like, man, that if he can move like that, the way he moves, and he used to drag that leg across, to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
people jump. Man, I was like, damn, if he can do it, I can do it, and it made
bro.
me want to play better, man. That guy was, oh man, rest in peace.
You're giving me the chills telling me that. But
Yeah,
don't sell
dude.
yourself short, brother.
Nah, I
Because
used to I used to
you,
watch him
bro,
play at
you
Holland. I
have
used to watch
game,
him.
bro. You
I used
have
to.
game. That's what,
No,
hey,
no, I
bro.
was
Us for big dudes, they think, oh, they brush us aside, but your movement,
yeah.
bro. It's
No,
like the
yeah.
turntable that like, man, dude, shit. Don't
Good
sell us
stuff. Good
short.
times, man. Good stuff. Good
Yes,
times,
brother.
man.
Hey, Mr. Miguel, DJ M's one. What got
Dígame.
you into music, brother? What got you started, or what triggered
Ah,
that spark,
man.
that fire, that lit that fire, planted that seed inside you to say, this is something that I could follow my passion. This is something that I'm passionate about, and it carried on for so many years, brother. That
Wow.
that
I
that's
mean,
one.
that's a very good question. I know that's the question to ask a lot of artists and DJs, and it all comes down to, it's almost the same story. If you pay close attention to a lot of other DJs and artists, um growing up in a house with records, I was always, my mom had a little stash of records, probably cachet of, I want to say, 50 old school 60s 70s vinyl, all Mexican music,
Oh, nice,
cumbias and stuff like that. And
nice.
I was
Yeah.
always quite fond of just the way it looked and how she had it all. And every time we get close to that old turntable on top of the stereo with the big
Yes.
old console, the
Well,
big wooden heavy ass
I know
console.
exactly what you're talking about, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, we had
Everybody
one
had
too.
one. Everybody had one
Had
in
like an
those
eight
times.
track, had the turntable, everything
It
in
had
there.
it had that arm that would come and go and then
Yeah,
slap the
and a
record right
slat.
down.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, how it slapped that record right on top of it, and
Yes.
then it dropped the record down.
Wow.
So I was always fascinated with that. That first caught my eye right there.
Wow.
And then like the music, not really at that first, because I didn't know that music. I didn't know what it was. I
Yes.
knew it was, Mexican music at the time.
Yes.
She saw me she showed me a record she had was Pedrito Fernandez, an old just he was a kid. I was like, okay, he's a kid making music, and I was
Yeah.
putting two and two together.
Yeah.
And then but what really got me into like listening to like music, really listening to it was
Yes.
um in the 80s, in the early 80s, a lot of the old school Planet Rock, of course.
Wow.
Buffalo Gals was the one that really hit me hard
Wow.
because of the scratching. Buffalo Gals, wah,
Yeah.
wah,
Marlon
you know.
McFarlane, or what? Right, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
That's in my constant rotation right now. I get my son onto that. Bro,
yeah.
was he
That
actually doing the singing on that, the rapping, or is
um
he just doing the beat on that? Marlon.
he produced all of it. I don't know who the DJ was for it. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it was him
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody else. I didn't really looked into it,
That's my
but just
go-to number one is that Buffalo Gas. I
that
love that
Buffalo
song,
Gals,
brother.
it just it opened my eyes to hip
Yeah.
hop and just to the hip hop world,
Yes.
and then to music,
To
um,
music in
and
general, right?
then
Because like
yeah,
you said, we got to be open to a plethora of music all across the board.
oh,
Start off with the
absolutely,
Spanish into everything else, rock and
yeah,
everything else, my
just it
brother.
was just yeah. If you gotta crawl before you walk, so
Yes.
it started with my mom's cache of music, and then the record, and that just caught my eye, and then my ears was Buffalo Gals, and then what caught my eye to hip hop, to breakdancing, graffiti, and all that was
Yeah.
um one day in Baldwin Park, there was a big breakdancing battle going on 5 blocks over from where I used to live on Stewart.
Wow.
And my older brother, he was going there, but I heard was there was two breakdancing crews, the Meridians and Showtime. And
Oh,
one of the guys that was in Showtime was Handyman. I
Handyman.
don't know if you remember Handyman with the crutches, and he
Yeah.
did the
Yeah.
windmill
He
on the
came
movie
out. Yeah. Yeah.
Breaking.
With Kid Frost, and he's doing the video on there like that. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the movie Breaking
Yes. He
when they're
came
at
out
the
there
beach,
breaking too.
and
Yes.
that's Handyman. He's from
Wow.
Baldwin Park, OG.
Oh, is he?
He
I never knew that, brother.
yeah, he was there. He was there, and I heard he was gonna be there, and I was like, you know what, I gotta go. I was only a kid, and
Wow.
I walked my ass because it was in the same direction towards where I was walking to school.
Yes.
And so all I know is go to the end of this street, and there it is. So when I walked to the end of the street, full of parked cars, full of people walking
It
around,
was
I heard
packed.
the music, it was bumping. By the time I got close to getting in there, cops had already came.
Wow.
But I heard everything. I mean, my blood was rushing. I was getting
Yeah. Yeah.
excited. I was like, oh man,
The
this is it. This
adrenaline
is
was there,
it.
brother. The seed was planted.
Yeah, that was
Man.
it from there. After that, I was like, I got the chills. Every time I heard that music, I get chills. And to be that close to the break dancers, I used to see break dancers at Morgan Park all the time. And it was
Wow.
just a thrill to see that.
It's amazing, brother. And speaking of the graffiti and all that entwined into it, you got some skills too going along with
Uh,
that pen, man. I seen
I
that. I
wanted,
seen
I
that on the
wanted,
Facebook. And back in the days, I remember you had your little notebook and you
yeah,
would scribe into
I was
that. And
practicing. Yeah, like
it's
everybody else,
in
I wanted to
class.
get that
I think I
knowledge.
was told by my brother that this motherfucker would just be in the background there, like listening to music and then doing the graffiti on the paper. They're sketching it out.
Yeah, I mean, when I was bored, I mean, I wasn't too into school too much, but I was like 50-50. I was into
Yeah,
school and then not into school. But I mean, the hip hop was just grabbing me, man. Like it was
yeah. It was pulling you. It was
graffiti.
pulling you towards
I
your
wanted,
passion and being in
yeah,
alignment to where you're at now. And you
yeah, I
laid your
wanted it.
groundwork.
I mean, breakdancing for me was hard. I learned a few things, but not
Yeah,
that much. I tried to get into it. It wasn't my thing. But graffiti writing or trying to write, I really
yeah.
wanted to get into. I really wanted to learn how to do it. So I learned a little bit, not too much. But yeah, we used to do a lot of crap,
Man,
a lot
but
of good stuff.
it's good, and it you got a passion for it, and it laid the foundation to where you're at now. And what were some of the early equipment that you bought, or maybe one of the first equipment that you bought with your own money that got you started into DJing and being a turntablist, my brother?
Wow.
If
Was
you could remember, I
yeah,
remember
I
there was
can
like a, is it a landmark or something like that that it's called, or the
a new
mixers?
mark.
It's Newmark. There you go, my
Okay,
brother. I'm
so
not a
yeah,
DJ, so
so they're called new marks, but yeah, the one of the first equipment that I got was the Techniques, but they weren't 1200s. They were
wow.
the one where on the 1200s you have the pitch control that goes up and down. Um, on the Techniques that I thought that I had, all I saw was Techniques, and I wanted them. I got them. It was a Techniques that it was band control on the
Yes,
turntable.
yes.
You it
You
was
had,
it had a little motor, and then it had a thick rubber band underneath it,
yes.
and the pitch control was a little like a little spinning turn, like you would go fast and go slow
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
use your little finger to turn.
Man.
And I thought that was like, okay, I'm the shit now. I got it. And then I went to a party one time, and then I saw the guy, he had Techniques, but they were the 1200s. I'm all like, what
Wow.
the hell is that? And he's all like,
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
1200s. I was like, I don't got those, man. That's not what I got.
No,
But
man,
yeah,
but I mean, I mean, what you had was, you had it
got
all,
me
brother.
started.
To us, you
Yeah.
did, because you were the man DJing
Yeah.
at the parties and stuff. You and
Yeah.
Louis Contreras, and I remember some of my earlier memories was seeing you and the Deadbeats crew, my brother,
Oh, yeah,
over
that
there at the
beats.
bowling alley, putting it
Yeah.
down every Friday nights, or at the
Yeah.
pool hall, my brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I mean, legendary, man. And those are all steps that, throughout the years that has progressed you into, being the
Oh,
legend
yeah.
that you are,
It's
DJ N1,
no,
my brother. Nah, for reals, my brother, because it's an honor for me to have you here, brother,
no,
and
I
to interview
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you. Respect, respect. Thank you. You
Yeah.
too, man.
So, what do you got to say to, let's say, like a youngster that sees you and has mastered your craft and what you do, my brother, and says that I want to be a DJ. I want to follow into your footsteps, brother. What do you got? What's some type of advice that you could give to the youngsters nowadays, the next generation, to bring them into this culture and let them know that there is expression and all that we do in music, my brother.
Right, right. Well, it depends on what kind of DJ he wants to be, really, man. But if he says like, I've seen you, this and that, um, then I would say, you know what, practice, 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 practice. I mean, learn everything from mixing 101, learn your equipment, learn what to get, what not to get.
Yes.
Stick around with DJs who are going to help you improve and do the same thing you want to do and be the level where you want to be.
And your
If you don't have
support,
a
right?
teacher, yeah, and have that
Yes.
good support, try to stick, and then just learn your basics, mixing, counting, measuring the bars, all that stuff. You got to learn that at
Yes.
least to be a good sufficient mixing DJ. You want to
Yes.
mix, you want to learn how to mix first, and then you want to get into your cutting and scratching and
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
juggling if you go that route.
Because
But
a lot of people want to just jump into the cutting and scratching, and there's more to it than just that, brother. Like the way you
yeah,
say, you're blowing my mind right now because,
yeah,
hey, I make music too, brother, but you're just, taking me to a whole
yeah,
nother level of understanding, actually mixing it up and cutting it up, brother. And
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
original format. That will never get played out, brother. That
No,
will never
yeah,
get. You
yeah. And
ask
a
me,
lot of
even,
people,
yes,
skip that whole learning how to mix, how to count beats and measures and
yes,
and all that. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's you have to stick with that formula, because that's what makes you a good DJ, a really good DJ, where people are
yes,
gonna admire you and notice you. If you're
and
just a
set you
guy,
apart from the rest.
it sets you
Yes,
apart from the rest. And um, a lot of DJs out there who call themselves DJs, just are on Serato or Traktor, and they're
yes,
just pushing buttons, and they already have automatically sync up music where all they have to do is press play and then move the fader, and then that's it. They're done. They don't know how to beat match. You can't put them on two records, and they don't know how to do that.
That's true.
And that's not that. I don't think that's healthy. It's not long lasting. That's why a lot of people buy these controller pads with the two
Knobs
CD
on it. Yeah, yeah,
DJ and then the one mixer in the middle. It's just one
yeah.
big piece.
Yes.
They buy them for like a couple months and then they get rid of them because they don't know what they're doing.
They haven't
No,
mastered the craft, the true
no
element of it.
patience, no learning the knowledge, 101 basic 101 fundamentals of what to do. And that's hurting the DJ community, I think. But once they learn turntablism, it's and that's all part of it. Learning one beat matching and all that. That to me is turntablism, and
And
you
so
will.
there's
It's
levels
long
in this.
lasting.
There's levels of progression in this, and like the way you guys said, you have went into contests of turntablisms, right? Of being
Battles.
able to battles and all that, and
Yeah.
then also you took the next question right right out of me, was what is lacking in the new generation, but you just summed it all up right there, my brother.
Well, I mean, my bad. I didn't mean to
No, no, no.
take the punch
That's
out of
good.
there.
That's
But
perfect. But that's what it is. You know, a lot of people, hey, dude, this is truly what's lacking. They don't really understand, and that affects the culture, brother. That
well,
affects the culture in it right now
yeah,
because
yeah. It's up to
because
us though to also to keep the culture alive. It's us OGs
yes,
that I gotta
that's been
keep
in the game
pushing
for
and
over
training.
26 years. Yes,
Yeah, keep
and
showing the kids the right way, the right things to do things.
because
And
believe me when I tell you that there are kids looking up to you. That's why it's important to share. Like whatever you put out that I could see on my thing, I share on my page, and it's
mm,
Hood Music on Facebook. You know, I
mm,
share you and your brother stuff and other underground artists on Reverb Nation or
wow,
SoundCloud on there. I go ahead and I share all that. But
right. See
we're
that you're
talking
doing
to
your part
some.
too. Every
Yes,
little thing helps, man.
yes,
Every little step always helps out a lot.
and we're talking to a DJ that's been in the game, I would say over 26, 27 years, brother. When did you start
Wow.
that you could remember? When did you start and what was your first gig on on doing that,
Oh
on
wow.
being a DJ, my brother?
I started when I decided I'm gonna be a DJ. Like I've always liked music, but when I first decided I was gonna be a DJ was seventh grade.
Wow.
All of junior high school, 1980, 88, something like that. 1988 is when I first decided I
88,
wanted to be a DJ.
89, man. That's a,
Yeah.
who are some of your favorite hip hop artists, brother? Or groups that you could think of that, you know, this is who I, for me, I would say for me was easy, not easy, Run DMC and EPMD, 88,
Wow.
89, all that time. How
Yeah.
about
I
you, my
mean,
brother?
no, see, yeah. Early years, yeah, you're talking about Rakim, uh, BDP,
Oh, yeah.
um, um, who, like Jesus, those are my main ones that stuck out because the 80s, the mid 80s to the late
Yes,
80s, a lot of East Coast was just hitting hard, and that's what was attracting. They were attracting
yes,
everybody,
yes.
and it was just mainly those crews, those beats, those
Yeah,
you know,
that boom back, boom,
yeah, man,
boom.
it was just
You know,
it
when
was
I try to do the
seductive.
beat, I try to do them from the ground up, and it always my ground beat's always either a boom bat or either like a, you know, the bridge is over like a boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
love that old school style.
yeah,
People probably
yeah.
say that, oh, dude, you're using that, but I'm always go back to that original format of that music and that ground beat. I love that style, my brother. I don't know if you
Yeah,
could
then
tell
it
between the
doesn't
hat
it
and the glasses when I said
a
run.
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
But you know what reminds me of you guys, of you, man, especially is Ed OG and the Bulldogs, my brother.
Oh man,
I
yeah,
gotta
that was
have it.
another
When
one.
I think of you guys and I
Yeah.
think of Walden back in the days, you know, me, I was younger than you guys, maybe about 2 years younger or 3 years younger than you guys. I would
Mm,
always hear you guys bumping that Ed OG and the Bulldogs. I gotta have it. I
yeah.
gotta have it. Was that the same background beat that Pete Rock used on that track? Do you?
Um,
I
not
was thinking of that the other day. Like, is that same one that strained it up, or one of those beats is either similar to that?
I can't remember. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't played that song in forever, man. OG and
Who
the
are some of your
Bulldogs.
favorite producers
You
in the
got me
game?
on that one. Man, producers, oof. Um it's the it's hard to pinpoint. I was never into really too many producers. The
Yes.
beats, I was never really into finding out who made the beat. It was just the beat was just extraordinary to me. But Tribe Called Quest producer
Yeah.
was just amazing to me. Um, Jay Dilla, I fell into Jay Dilla a while back before he passed
Wow.
away. I mean, I fell into his beats were amazing. Of course, Dre,
Yeah. Yeah.
quick makes his
Yeah.
own beats too.
Yeah.
And then you got your other West Coast what's his name? He does other beats for Snoop and uh
Is it
Battle Cat.
Frost's son?
Battle
Battle
Cat,
Cat's good. Yeah.
Frost's son.
Frost's
Oh
son
man, he
is
makes
good,
he
man.
makes
That's
some
your family
good
tree
beats
right there, man.
too.
When I think of you guys and the Deadbeats crew, your guys' family tree is Tony G and Frost and all them, man. That's what I
Yes.
like, dude. That's what you guys are branched off of, man. You guys
And
have
yeah,
did
then
so much in this game, man. That's why it's an honor for me to have you guys, and I had to take my time to interview you. One of my favorite producers is Pete Rock, my brother. You
yeah,
know,
man, Pino, of
when
course,
he did that,
without a doubt, P Rock, man.
House of Pain remix, that Jump Around,
He,
and then he did the Down with the Kings, and you know, like,
yeah, Mugs, another one,
oh,
man. Oh
Mugs is
man,
just, my God, bro.
yeah,
They're like the Led Zeppelin of hip hop, bro. Man,
yeah,
you got me
yeah.
you got me excited, brother. Bro, just the way he adds that, like that ground beat in, he fades it in, then
Hmm.
he'll do little eerie things like that. Like, man, dude, this guy's a whole nother level. My brother, I don't know if you remember one time you had went to my house on Willow, and then you stopped by, and we were in the garage, doing what we do live. Back then, we would do it all our recordings live. One
Right.
of the one of the first freestyles I dropped for you. I don't know if you remember. It goes
Hmm.
a little bit like this. I'm ill with the way I spelled the formation of word phrases that turns out to be the story I tell from the depths, but not of hell, but the inner city where poverty dwells, where families grieve over a sad farewell. But first, the blast of a gun and a drop of shells, my brother.
Man, see, it's fire, man.
I remember
Fire,
you
man.
telling me like, "Oh shit, I
That's
look,
fire, bro. It's always fire, even to this day. How long you wrote that? How long ago you wrote that?
man, I can't remember when exactly the year. Maybe like I would say about 2003 or something like that,
Dude,
man.
that's fire now, man. It's still
Yeah,
fire, man. It's still
I
fire. I'm
still kind of
telling
do
you.
it, bro. I'm old, but I still I love and I have a passion for making music like you guys do with the turntablism, my brother. And you are
Yeah.
a musical genius. You
Appreciate it,
spit
man. Thank
some
you.
knowledge
Appreciate
to
it.
me right now. And thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah,
Bolin's
thank
in the
you.
house. Bolin's on. Dead Beats
Yeah,
Crew DJ M1, my brother.
thank
Any
you.
last
Thank
words
you.
where we could find you? And
Thank you.
what is your YouTube and what do you got going on now, my brother? Any last words?
Well, I mean, I got a YouTube, of course, YouTube channel, DJ M's1. Just a couple of videos here of my mixes. I did a few things. I've been featuring on a Twitch show called Boombox Radio with my brother Prospect, his homie out in Arizona, Jam Easy, and Lady Z. They have a mix show every Saturday. And they featured a lot of my mixes on there. Of course, I'm in Texas, they're in Arizona, but I mean that's it. I got a Facebook, but you can hit me up on Facebook, DJ M's1. Um, that's it, really. God bless you guys. Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Brother,
One
continue to
love.
do your, yes, one love. Continue to do your mixes and sharing them, brother, because you are planting the seed for the next generation. You don't think that you are, but you are, brother. To all the kids out there that tune in, and all it takes for that one kid to tune in, and the seed is already planted, brother. It's there.
Yeah, I
That's how
hope so. I hope
you
I'm
live
doing my
on.
little
That's how you
part.
live
My little
on, my
part.
brother.
Yeah, I hope I'm doing my little part to contribute. Yeah,
You
I hope
have,
so.
brother, over 26 years in the game, and
Yeah.
continue. I would say what, about 28, 29, and more plus.
True, man. Yeah.
My
Plus.
plus, right, brother? How were you before we go? How were you during the Texas storm? The all that snow that came out. I know that was East
Oh,
Texas.
yeah.
You
It was
survived
all
it, right? Because you're
central.
here now, my brother.
I'm here now. Yeah, I'm right here. We survived. Yeah, we went with a few nights without power and water,
Wow,
but it was tough. But we made it through, man. We're Mexican. We're
we're
resilient, man.
Mexican,
We do it. We
resilient
get
in
through
that.
it. We
Thank you
get
so
through it,
much,
man.
brother. And Dodgers fan, LA, bowling zone. He's out there in Texas, but he's still bowling raised. DJ Ends
Bowling, yeah.
one, the legend, my brother. And we
Thank
out
you.
of here. Peace.
Peace, brother. Peace. Thank you.
You, bro.